So, good evening once again. I believe you can all hear me and you can also see my screen. Uh,
Yes, I can hear and I can see your screen.
Welcome to
Yes,
Smart Con
now
Academy.
I can see this phone now.
Sorry, please, can you mute your mic so that we can hear each other?
Okay.
Thank you, sir. So, on today's session on Smart Con Academy, we'll look into the basics of PlanSwift. So, which will go through the interface so that we can get ourselves familiar with the interface. Though I know PlanSwift it's a very popular software in which almost everybody use PlanSwift now. And after that, we can see how to utilize the inbuilt tools. That's the tools that come together with PlanSwift. Maybe if time permits, or maybe in the next session, we'll also see how to develop a template, how to use a template, and also maybe how you can connect PlanSwift together with Excel, whereby you are taking off in PlanSwift and it's recording the quantities in Microsoft Excel. So without wasting much time, uh, as you can see this screen, this is the home page of PlanSwift. So we have these tabs at the top, which in the top left corner there is this PlanSwift icon. So please, I want this session to be as interactive as possible. How I wish I can see your names, but since I'm sharing screen, I can't see your name. But maybe I'll try logging in with another device so that we can make it as interactive as possible. I can call upon someone. Maybe you can tell us how can we get in, do this, how can we do that, because I don't like a situation whereby uh, I'm doing most of the talkings. So I prefer it to be as interactive as possible. So this is the PlanSwift icon. So which is more of where you can manage your job. So if you click on the PlanSwift icon, so you can see where you can create a new job. And maybe after you create a new job and close, and maybe you want to access a new job, this is where you go, which is the open job. So if you close, you can see your existing job. But this PlanSwift, I think I installed it just some days ago. There is no any jobs here, and there is also print. Maybe if you want to print out your job, you print it. And there is also job property, where you will know the properties information of the job. If you want to refresh, this is it. Import jobs and template. Maybe after when you install a new PlanSwift on another device, so maybe you have export all your data, your templates, your jobs, and the rest. So you can also use this place to import it into your new PlanSwift. This is where you close job. This is where you exit the app entirely. So, and here is where you see the recent jobs you access. This Abakar, I think, is the current one that I'm working on right now. So apart from this icon, there is this place PlanSwift. So here it's more like the PlanSwift website, so where you can get latest information. Maybe if they release update, maybe PlanSwift 11 or something like that, you can see it here. So, and also this is where you can manage the job, creating new opening, and this also for emailing job. And this one it's related to the licenses, managing your licenses. And moving forward, this is the home. where most of the activities are carried on. So I think this one will come and look into it in details. So let me just move on. This is the new, as I explained earlier, where you create new job, open, print, email. So I just have one page. Assuming I have two pages, so with these two arrows, I can control the pages. That is front and back and front, forward and backward. This one is zoom. If I click on it, it will allow me to zoom. You see, if I click on and maybe I create a box, it will zoom the place. And I can also use my wheel on my mouse to zoom in and zoom out. On the zoom, there is fit to page, there is zoom in. You are clicking, there is zoom out, there is pan, and also you can use your right click to pan. This is where you set scale, which when we import a new drawing, we can look into how we can set our scale. This dimension, maybe if you want to create a dimension. Here is the area tool, which we have some some things under it. We have price per square meter, volume in cubic meter. We have metric roof. There is the grid tool as well as the joist tool. Here's the linear, and we also have metric wall. We have linear cubic meters. We also have linear volume in cubic meters, which I don't think there is significant difference here. Maybe one is dealing with height. Sorry. So one is dealing with height, and I think one is dealing with the depth. And this is the segment. The segment deals with maybe if you are just measuring for just a short distance. And also there is the count tool, which is used for the counting. Just want to count. So I think these are the major tools here. So if you want to add more pages, this is where you can add your pages. This one for renaming pages, which is batch renaming. So as you are renaming, you are saving and moving to the next page. Let's say if you rename this one, you save to next page. This is where you can rotate your pages left, right, rotate one, flip it horizontally, vertically. If you want to crop and create a new page, it's where you can just crop it. You see. So we add a new page. This is where you can copy to clipboard and the rest. We also have the tools. This is the pitch tool. It is used for finding the rise of. Will I even explain this pitch? It's used for measuring angle. This is a triangle tool, and this if you are converting to PDF to TIFF file. This TIFF file is the file that PlanSwift recognized. So if you are importing PDF, so it have to convert it to TIFF file before you can see it here. This unzip, attach Excel job and the rest. On that view, estimating after you have done your takeoff. This is where you get your quantities. Templates, this is where you create your templates, which will look all into that. So moving forward, let's try importing a new drawing into PlanSwift. So you click on the new. When you click on new, so you give it a job code. So it depends on whatever you want. If you want, you can give it a number. If you want, you can give it a name, whatever you want. Let me see, 003 description. Let me see, residential. So here, preferably, if it's not on metric, bring it to metric. Then you go on next. Then now you try and locate where your drawing is. Okay. And then, okay. Where did I keep this drawing? Sorry, I'm just trying to locate where my drawings are. There is a folder that I find it very difficult to access from here. I don't know. Well, please, just give me a minute. Let me exit PlanSwift so that I can. Next. Sorry, please let me try and locate where these drawings are. I think, okay, drawings. I think we can make use of this one. Yes. Okay. Let me copy it and bring it to my desktop so that I can easily see it. Yes. So back to PlanSwift. So new again, 001. Sorry, 003. We call it residential. Metric. Next, BQ draft. You click on it. After you locate your drawing, you move to next. So on format, so if you want the drawing to come with a color, that's the drawing's actual color, so you click the drop down arrow, you click on true color. After you click, you go to next. I don't think there's any need for adjusting anything here. And then you go to finish, so it will import all the drawing. So this drawing is just 2 pages. This one and this one. So this is the floor plan which we work on. So after importing the drawing, what do we need next? So we need to set a scale. So currently what PlanSwift knows here is just a picture. So now we have to tell PlanSwift, oh, from this place to this place is certain meters, or maybe certain millimeters, or from here to here. So when setting the scale, you can use the longest distance, or you can just use the shortest distance. You can also use anywhere that you can find a dimension that identify, oh, from this place to this place, this is the dimension. You can make use of it. It's not must that you have to use the longest distance. That's 13 meters. So you can decide to use this 1.15. You can also decide to use this one from here to here, which is 1 meter. Anyone, when you get your dimension accurate. So which one should we make use of? Someone should speak up. I just want us to interact. Are we together?
Let's use the shortest distance. Let's use the shortest distance.
Okay, shortest
Let's
distance.
use that 1 meter. Yeah, that 1 meter.
Okay, this 1 meter inside.
Yeah, let's just use it.
Okay, so come to the scale, click on it. So we say we are going to use 1 meter. So preferably, I prefer to set my scale in meters. So some people prefer to do it in millimeters, but it's all the same. So if you are doing it in millimeters, you just have to change the unit to millimeters. So since I'm doing it in meters, I will just put 1 here, leave it in meters, click, and then I'll zoom in so that I can get the accurate scale. I'll click on it, then I'll go to the next point, then I'll also click. So now I'm telling PlanSwift that from here to here it's 1 meter. So PlanSwift will now know what's from here to here, what's from here to here. Even where you can't find a drawing, it can also tell you. So let's try getting maybe the longest distance and see. So I can make use of the dimension column. The dimension to find the longest distance. So if I click on it, come here, I'll click here. So 12.98, it is approximately 13. So I believe our scale is right. Our scale is right. So you can also put a vertical scale apart from this horizontal scale that you put. This 1 meter. You can also maybe choose another distance here. It can be the 9 meter. It can be anything. It can be this 600 and put it again. So let me just delete this dimension that we put. Sorry. So I will say delete because it will just be distracting me. And then I will say set scale again. Which one am I using? Okay, can someone pick another dimension in the vertical on the vertical side? Can someone pick a dimension? Hello.
4195 at the private lounge.
Sorry?
The private lounge.
4195. four 4195. Okay, this one.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, the
okay,
private
yes,
lounge.
yes, okay. Set scale. We set 4.4.195 so that we can be as precise as possible. So, but in a situation whereby the end-to-end dimension of the architect it's not correct, then you can find maybe difference between the dimensions outside and the one inside. So after setting this one, so let's try and verify dimension. So 9 meter. So which is accurate. The same thing with the vertical dimension. So I'll just go ahead and delete it. I'll say delete. Yes. So after you set your scale like this, so you know that these numbers will be disturbing. This 1 meter and this 4.2. So you can just go here. So click on this yellow. So you can just click on this yellow icon here so that you can turn it off. So your scale is still here, but you just turn off the dimensions that is appearing. So moving forward after setting scale, so what next? Okay, let's try and utilize our inbuilt areas, our inbuilt tools such as the area, the linear, the segment, and the count. So assuming you are looking for, let's say, the entire floor area of the building. Assuming you need it for maybe, let's say, site clearance. So you just click on the area. No any drop down arrow, just directly on the area, because you see that the area is divided into two. There is the drop down arrow, there is the top of the area. You just click on the top and you see, you will rename it. We set site clearance. Site clearance. Okay. And we see we are looking for this. Even though that we all know that site clearance, they are giving allowance for working space and the rest. So this is just an assumption. So after you have finished taking off, oh, I did it so fast. Anyway, I think we will still, when I'm explaining maybe the next one, I will take it slow. So after doing all that, this is where you can see your quantity. So our quantity is 119.4 square meter, which is the current one that we just check off for. So apart from the area, when you click the drop down arrow on the area, you'll be having some tools as well. And there is price per square meter. So the difference here is just that it will just give you a place where you put your price per square meter. So at the end, it will give you the total amount, which most of these items I hardly make use of it. So It's preferably to develop your rate and put it in Excel. But let's explore the tool and see how it works. Okay, so it asks us what are we measuring for. Okay, let's say we are measuring for floor finishes. Floor finishes. Okay, what's the price per square meter? Let's see. Let's say 1,500. Okay, what's the markup? What's markup? Markup is just like is it additional profit? Is there anyone that has a better explanation of markup? Hello. I want us to be as interactive as possible, but it looks like I'm doing most of the talking. Okay, markup. It's more of maybe if you want to increase the percentage
Like
or
an additional cost.
sorry.
Like an additional cost or a percentage that is added to total cost that can cover for maybe loss, something like that.
Okay. Yes. So it's more of maybe after you have finished your maybe building your rates, you know that we are adding overhead and profit. So markup it's like overhead and profit. So how many percent are you adding on top of your price? Let's see, 25%. What are you calculating for? Is it material labor? Ours is let's see material. There we go. Okay. Okay. Then you click the first point, go to the next point, you click again. After that, drag it and you still click and you still click as well. Then here you right click, then you go stop. So you get your quantity here as well. So if you want to look into further see the further information, you go to the estimating tab. That's where you see the cost. So under estimating tab is where you see this cost of each, which we put 1.5. This the markup, which is 25%. This is the price of each. What's the difference between price of each and cost of each? So this is the price total. Okay, and let's go back and keep exploring. So apart from it, we have volume. So you can also hide this this green markup which appears after your takeoff. So you can also off it. You can off for the price per square meter as well as for the site clearance. So it gives me a clear space to take off for another item. So this one is volume in cubic meters. So this tool you are going to use the area and get the volume. So you'll be measuring area, but you put in your depth, I think. Yes. If you can see. Okay. And let's see. At this point, we'll be measuring for disposal. Maybe after we take off for topsoil. So we are going to dispose the topsoil. So let's see. Let's say topsoil. Topsoil disposal. Assuming. So depth. It says in. Sorry. Are you saying something? Okay, cannot proceed. Okay, so depth, let's say 150. You can also price per cubic meters, same as that one. Then you do okay. So here you can still find your total cubic meters. So if you take this area, so when you wave on this, you can see your area. So if you take the area, multiply it by the depth, you get 17.9. Maybe if you are doubting, because the first time that whenever I am trying to learn softwares, I try to see how accurate the softwares are, so that I will be convinced with what I'm doing. So I used to do that. So maybe when you are trying to confirm, you multiply the area with the depth, and you definitely get 17.9 cubic meters. So moving forward, there is the metric roof. Okay. Okay, let's explore it. Maybe when we are moving further, you can understand. So here, when you click on the metric roof, so it asks of the pitch. So the pitch is different from the degrees of the roof. I don't know how to actually explain pitch for you, but I can show you how to find it here in PlanSwift. But I don't know how to explain it. Can someone maybe explain what pitch? Is there anyone that can explain what they mean by pitch here?
It means
Okay.
the angle at which the roof is falling.
Angle
Falling.
at which
Down.
okay. I was I was I was I was expecting the mathematical calculation, but yeah, we are still back to angle. It's related to angle, sha. But let me show you how you can get the pitch. I think if we have okay, this let's make use of this roof plan. This roof plan. So under tools, there is the pitch tool here. If you come here, or should I start? Let me start drawing angle first. Triangle. Oh, I need to set a scale down. Okay, let me just quickly set a scale using my window. I would say my window is 1 meter. Okay. Okay, I just want to get angle 30 degrees here, because I want to show you when you have when your roof is 30 degrees, the angle of your roof is 30 degrees. So I just want to show you how you can use PlanSwift to get the pitch. So okay, I just got 30.01. Okay, it's okay for me. So can you all see this angle that I've just created right now?
I can see it.
Okay, so let's say our angle is 30 degrees. Maybe if you have a better section of your roof, you can make use of it. So I'll click on the pitch. If I click on the pitch, So I'll come here, just any distance on the sloping ledge of the roof. You can just click, then you trace the slope, then you click. So you can see what it appears. The pitch is 6.9, wide angle is 30 degrees. So this is how, if you are calculating for roof in PlanSwift. So you have to get the pitch. If you need the angle, then maybe you can create the angle, how I did it, get the pitch, then you can input the pitch. So I'll close 6.9. I'll go back to metric roof.
I think now the pitch now, I think is the, sorry? Hello?
Okay, go ahead. Okay. Yes, go ahead.
I think the pitch now is the height of the king post now.
Sorry.
I say I think now the pitch now is the height of the king post. So to say, right?
Yes.
No, it's not the height of. There is a formula for calculating the pitch. There is how they used to. Is it the length which the something moves as it rises or something? Just follow the method. Find the pitch. If you find the pitch, so come here.
Because if you
maybe
why I'm saying so. Okay, all right, continue.
No, go ahead.
Because now, if you look at, if you want to find the height of the king post of this building now, if you divide the width into 2, you can have invariably the height of the king post now. So invariably, if you look at it, that's what we might likely have as the pitch now. So to say, we can say the height of the king post is the pitch.
Sorry.
Hello?
Yes, I can.
Did you hear what I said? I think network is really bad.
Yes, come again.
I said now, if you divide the width of this, yes, I said if you divide the width of this building now into 2, you should have invariably 6.5. So we can say that the king post of the building now that's the pitch, which is the 6.9 we are having now for the 30 degrees slope of the roof. So we can say that's the height of the king post.
Okay. You are trying to get the height of the king post, if I understand.
Yes, that's the pitch now.
Honestly,
That's the pitch now.
Honestly, this pitch something.
Okay, I get your point. We are speaking of two different things. I get your point. Yeah, normally how they do that on site, let me say on site, in a situation whereby maybe the laborers don't know the pitch, they used to divide the width of the building, then they will use it as the king post. So maybe whatever the angles give them, they don't care. They just got the height of the king post and they move on. So, but what I'm saying here is, I'm just trying to show you how maybe when you know the degrees, so how you can use this metric roof to identify your roof covering area. You understand? This metric roof that you are seeing, if you click on it, it will just allow you to measure the floor area. So when you insert the roof, so it will take when you insert the pitch, it will take the pitch into consideration to get the slope, the, how will I even call it? The roof covering. So assuming 9, now here, I said 6.9, right? 6.9. Are we together? And I said, okay. Yeah, roof do extend, but let's assume that we extend at maximum to here, because I don't want us to be, let's say with the ifs and all everything. This is where the covering is. So if you can see here you are having I'm coming. Here you are having 119.6, while the plan area it's 118.7. So I think maybe the pitch it's a bit low. That's why the difference between the two areas, they are not much. Maybe if you have maybe a roof of 45 degrees, you find out that the difference is it's very high. So what I'm just trying to explain here, if you are using the tool, the metric roof tool, to get your covering area, so first thing you need to find the pitch, which the pitch is not the degrees of the roof. So if you put the degrees of the roof, let's say 30 degrees here, you are not getting it accurate. So you have to go back. How I do it, maybe create, if you don't have a section like this drawing where I don't have a section, you have to create a triangle. You create the angle of the roof, then measure the slope. So from when you measure the slope, you get the pitch. So you insert the pitch, then you measure for the covering. Are we clear? Okay, I think we are clear on that. So moving forward, let's see what the grid tool can do. So you can make use of the grid tool in how many ways? You can make use of it to measure for noggins. Yes, I think. Anyway, you can make use of it to measure any distance that deals with spacing. You understand? Be it whether vertical or horizontal, but without an inclined angle. Maybe if you don't have maybe an inclined angle to the to what you are measuring, you can make use of it, the grid tool. So let's try and explore it so that you can see. Okay, let's assume we are measuring for noggins. So you see vertical spacing is 600, 0.6. Horizontal spacing is 600, 0.6. Okay, generate automatic. Angles, that's this angles are referring to. Okay, let me just say select parallel side. So we are measuring for this room. Okay, if you can see, it has measured the noggins in these yellow lines. Can you see the yellow line?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, but there are some situations whereby if you are not careful, you might under measure. So especially at the edges, if you can see here, yes, we have the yellow line. Here as well, we have the yellow line, but here we don't have it, as well as here. So you have to make some additions. So you can come here on the grid lines. So click on this green button. You click on it, it will allow you to make additions. So then you make additions. Okay, we added this one. Okay, so you see now we are about to we got something close to 50 meters. So this is the total length for the noggins of this one. So you can make use of the grid tool to get the noggins, which is end to end. And apart from that, you can also make use of it to just get either a horizontal length or just a vertical length. Anyone. So if it's for horizontal length, you are not going to put you are just going to put the vertical spacing and forget this one. I think let's try and exploit. Let's see 600 because it's been a while when I use PlanSwift as well. Okay, sorry, I make a mistake. Okay, that's 0.6 for this piece. Select parallel size. Okay, now you are selecting the parallel that it will create. It will like you are giving it a reference. Okay, so the line that I have just created here, it just make use of it as a reference. It creates something parallel to the line. So which you can see. So you can also repeat if you are looking for something horizontal, vertical. So that's for the grid tool, right? So moving forward is the joystick. So the joystick, you can make use of it if you want to find, let's say, rafters, anything to do with an inclined angle. So, but in this situation of rafter, you're not making use of the pitch, you're making use of a degrees. So, because if you can see here, they put degrees for you in the bracket. But for metric roof that we just finished, you can see that it's just pitch. So here, if you are going to measure, so to put it in degrees, which is 30 degrees. So you can give it names of whatever you want after anything. Length calculation, I just used to leave it as known. Are you calculating to the nearest foot feet? Okay, select parallel size. Okay, what's the spacing of the rafter? Let's say 1.2. Generate automatic. Let's see. Okay, so now here, you measure area, then it will use the spacing and all the information that you're given to get the the rafters. So if you click on it, you see draw joint/rafter. It will bring a warning. Spacing is too low. You go OK. So now you select the reference. Okay. So now it has measured the rafters for me. So which you can see. This is the total length. Yes, this is the total length. Well, there are differences with this one, which up to today I don't know the reason. So most of the times I prefer to go with this one. Okay, so maybe if you decide to measure the plan length, so assuming we want to know what the difference between when we make an inclined angle as well as the just the plan length. So let's say we are just going to measure the plan length. Let's see what are we going to get. So if you see this one, I'm getting something around 5.8. But you see here, it rounded up to 7. That's this round up that you are seeing here, up to 7. But if you use this one that is not round up, you see all the dimensions are around 6.7, 6.75, 6.74. But if I'm making use of the plan without any inclined angle, I'll be getting around 5.8. So this is the difference between. Okay. Let me just give you an example with this. This one is just tie beam and rafter. So tie beam, the blue one that is just sticking is the tie beam. So while the green one is the rafter. So definitely you know that the rafter will be longer than the tie beam. So moving forward after exploring the joist tool, I don't think there is anything. Okay, let's go into the linear. Let me switch. Are we together?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So
Let's try making use of the linear tool. So if you click on the linear tool, it will just give you access to maybe find your gut, get linear, you know the lengths. So if you have it, you just see the length, what you measure, 34.4. Maybe when you are getting the cut or something else, you can make use of the linear. So under the linear, under the drop down arrow, so there are some tools that is attached to the linear, such as the metric wall, the linear cubic meters, the linear volume in cubic meters. Let's try and explore the metric wall first. So when you click on the metric wall, it will ask you of the height, and it will ask you of the state. Maybe when you are dealing with should I say plaster, maybe in and out, or maybe something like this thing, artwork support, 2-phase. So you can click on 2 or 1. So if you are just dealing with wall, like here in Nigeria, that we don't make use of double walls and the rest, you just go with one. So, but if you are making a double wall, so you go with two. There's the width. So I want to know what they are using the width for. But let's explore it and see. Should I say 3 meters here? Is it in millimeters or meters? Okay, there's meters. So I said 3, 1. Let's make use of our normal block, 230, and see what we can get here. Okay, let me say stop. So this is the square meter. So it just gives us the square meter. So you can also verify. See what's the length, multiply it by the height, which we said is 3 meters, and see if you can get 76.3. So if you can get, at least you trust PlanSwift and make use of it a lot. Okay, moving forward, let's see what we can do with the linear cubic meters. What did I click on? Linear cubic meter, right? Okay. Wall height again. Wall height. Okay, height meters, width in millimeters. Okay, here you can make use of it for. Come in, let me see what's the difference between this one and the other one. Okay. This deals with depth. Yes, as I said earlier, one deals with height, one deals with depth. But you will all get the same quantity if your data are at the center. So this one, you put your width of foundation, depth of foundation, and you move on. I find it difficult to understand. Is it in meters or I think it's in meters? Yes, 0. Yes, it's in meters. So what is the width? 0.69. The depth, let's say, is 1 meter. Okay. Follow your trends, get it. Okay, you see our final quantities in cubic meters. This for the excavation. Okay, let's say in this situation, you are dealing with height. And should I say maybe you have a ground beam, or maybe you are casting footing, which you are dealing with height and thickness. So it's the difference between these two. One is depth, one is height and thickness. But logically, they are all the same thing. So you put what's the thickness or the height of the column base. Let's say 0.23. What's the thickness? Let's say it's for footing. 230. Then you follow your gut or your trench. All these things, there are simpler way to do it. If you have tablet, you can all do this things in just short. Okay, so you got 0.5 cubic meters. So this segment is basically the same thing with all these tools that we have been exploring. So the difference is that it is just for measuring shortest distance. If you see, you can find joist segment, which you explore joist segment. Same thing with the beam tool, which is the one that you make use of an incline. You create an incline angle to it. There is the metric wall. It's also the same thing. Metric cubic meters, volume, heap and valley tool. I don't know how to utilize heap and valley tool, so I will not say anything regarding that. So this is the count tool. So count tool is just for counting, just maybe those. If you are going to count your, go ahead, count. As you are clicking, it is counting anything that you want to count. If you are just dealing with count, you can pick a shape, any shape that you want. Okay, moving forward, what again? Single click. Single click, I'll explain it, but PlanSwift single click, actually you can rely on PlanSwift single click. So each and every item also has single click. So this, I think this is the general single click. Okay, let's try explore single click for area. Are we together? We are all together, right?
Yes, we are.
Absolutely, sir. Good evening, Radha, sir. There's a question before we move forward, sir.
Sorry?
I have a question, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you very much. I think personally I've learned a lot while on this.
Sorry, I can't hear you. Raise your voice more, please.
Okay, sir. I hope you can hear me clearly now, sir.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I said thank you very much for taking your time and taking us this. I personally have learned a lot. But then I have one or two questions, sir, as regards the use of PlanSwift.
Okay.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead. I can hear you.
Yeah. So, sir, if we are to take that's linear measurement, that is excavation. Excavation is linear measurement. The width, the length, and maybe by the depth of the excavation, and we picked our necessary grid or line from the plan, both the external and the internal. So, is there a way we can proceed with the initial grid that we picked for maybe foundation footing, like without repicking it, something like that? Since PlanSwift is to make the work easier or something, because if I'm calculating manually and I've taken my GAT, I've gotten the GAT of my building, and I use it to get the meter cube of my excavation. If I'm going to my trench, if I'm going to my footing, I think there won't be any need for me to get the GAT again. I will just pick the GAT I got from the initial one, and I multiply by the thickness this time around. I think that is the only difference. The width still remains the same. It's only the thickness. So I'm asking if that is also applicable to PlanSwift. After picking every other thing, is there a way I can calculate for the foundation since it's the same method without repicking everything again? Did you get the question, sir?
Yes.
Okay,
Sorry.
yes. I think I got your question. Yes, actually, you can simplify. That's why when I was doing the measurement, I said that there are ways that you can simplify everything by creating a template. So if you have a template, which maybe with time, if we have enough time, we can also look into that. How you can create a template. So you can see on the right of my screen, there are some lists. So that's the template I'm talking about. So if you have a template, you can simplify everything. You can say this is a template. You can simplify everything. So if you get a GAT once, you can make use of the GAT to get ad hoc support, to get the disposal, which is related to trends, to get the backfilling, to get the anti-termite treatment, leveling and compacting, as blinding, and also footing and trench. All these things. In a situation whereby you have a ground beam, if it's related to the GAT, you can also make use of it again. So maybe if we are able to cover what I intend to cover today, maybe the next session we will see how we can develop a template and see how we can work with that. I think that's your question, right?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. So you mean after the templates will simplify everything for us and make it easier? Okay, thank you, sir.
Sorry?
I said yes, sir. Yeah,
Sorry?
that was my question, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I get you, no problem.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I said that was my question, sir, and you've answered it. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so talking about single area click. So as I was saying, actually you can't rely on PlanSwift single area click. But let me explore it so that you can see what I'm talking about. Ideally, if you click on this single area click, so let's say if I click on this room, I'm supposed to get the entire flow area. But I know I won't get what I want. Okay, I was able to get. Okay, let me see. Let me just stop. Okay, you see what I'm able to get with just a single area click. So it measured the here, all the side, leaving the bedroom. I don't know, maybe is it because maybe there are a lot of layers on the drawing. That's why so okay, let me come back to single area click again. So you see, it's just a waste of time, seriously. It's just a waste of time. And imagine, I'm looking for the area and it went and took the one inside the toilet and the other. So the linear the linear one is not even working out. If you click on it, maybe let's say you click on single area linear and you go to linear, you click on it, you can't get anything. Ideally you're supposed to get the entire length, but it's not even working. So likewise, likewise the single click. I don't know how this one even works. And even the auto count, you can't rely on PlanSwift auto count. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe they work on it. So moving forward, what again? Okay, let me explore this markup and see what we can do with it. It's for color. Okay, this markup, maybe if you want to draw something, it's for arrow. Yes. Okay, this for box. These are just annotations. If you just want to attach something to a drawing, or maybe you want to put out something and send it to someone, so you can make use of the annotations, highlight, not layers, and the rest. So let's go to pitch. Okay, this one is if you are going to add another drawing. Maybe after working on the architectural drawing, need to import structural drawing. So you can go ahead, next, locate your drawing, and you still import it, scale it. So this for, as I said earlier, naming pages button. Name it, save, move to next one, rename, move to next one. This for flipping the page, rotating. So I think we have explained all these ones. So this is the pitch tool, how you can get your pitch triangle view. This one, they deals with distance. This one, same. There are some that if you want to show note, tables, legend, and the rest. That's what's here. And so this is the estimating tab. After you have finished your takeoff, this where you get your quantities. If you put price, this is where you get the price, see everything. Site clearance, my quantity for this, for that. And apart from that, you can also export it to Excel. You can also print it. So if I click on export to Excel, okay, I think it has already appeared. Okay. So this is it. When I click on export to Excel, it brings out the name, description, quantity unit, as well as the rest. So I'll close this one. So, and maybe if you want to see other things, you can also change the appearance of this one. Maybe let's say basic layout. If you click, it will make some things to disappear. Maybe this one waste. I think it will bring out the waste. Okay, you see, the waste column has appeared. This for round quantities. Round quantities has appeared. Item column is for division, assembly, wall area. So you can see where's the wall area. This is the wall area. So you can just exploit, maybe if there is specific thing that you want to see in your workbook. So you can click on it so that it will appear. Where did I have to explore again? Okay, here it's where you can create your templates, which maybe in the next session we'll explore how we can create template as well as how we can connect PlanSwift to Microsoft Excel. This folder, new item. So the template also varies. We have the live template, which I'm the one that give that name based on how it works. There is the live template, and also there is the drag and drop. So these settings, you can maybe make some adjustments, change your interface and the rest. This way you generate reports, which I don't normally make use of it because I showed the report here. If you want to print, so I think we'll be stopping here. Maybe next time we'll explore other things. So we'll move to question answer if there is any. Any question?
Yes, sir. I'd like to ask a question.
But
Hello, can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Please, mine is not really a question. I don't know if there is a way you can make, let me just say, a bullet point on how to take off for this roof, because it's kind of confusing. just for the roof.
Sorry?
I said, I don't know if you can make a PowerPoint presentation for just taking off for the roof now alone, just the roof, because it's kind of confusing. I don't know if all of us are getting it right, sha.
Okay, for the roof check off. Okay.
Yes. But any other thing, I think you trash it very well. We are grateful for your time, sir.
Okay, no problem. I'll sit down with my colleague and see how we can come up with that. And I also want to recognize the presence of my colleague, QS Khalifa. QS Khalifa, can you say hi to us if you are close to your phone? Maybe you have any contribution, addition, subtraction, anything to add.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. And
Yeah,
I would like to just thank you for the wonderful presentation. And I hope our colleagues are learning. So I do not really have anything much to say. Just thank you for the presentation.
Thank you so much, sir. Any other question? Any question, contribution?
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Hello, Abbas, go ahead. Yes, Abbas, go ahead. I can hear you.
Okay. Sir, thank you for your efforts. I'm asking about the software, PlanSwift software. How can we get it? Hello?
Okay. Are you in Axe National Group?
Hello,
Okay,
hello, can you hear me?
just chat me up on WhatsApp. I'll share a link with you where you can access the setup.
Okay, thank you, sir. We really appreciate
You're
your
welcome.
efforts.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. In the absence of any other thing, I think we can call it ish. I wish all of you a wonderful evening. Good night.